Today is not just another day for the markets. September 17th could prove to be a pivotal moment, not only for traditional finance, but also for the entire crypto ecosystem, with Ripple XRP at the center of the storm. We are just hours away from the FOMC meeting and a much-anticipated press conference by Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. And the question every investor is asking is clear. How will today's decision impact the markets? And more importantly, what will it mean for XRP? XRP has been holding steady around the $3 mark, with price movements ranging between $2.94 and $3.09 in the last 24 hours. The technical oscillation is relatively tight, about 15 cents in total, which shows a calm before the storm. Market volatility is subdued for now, but as the FOMC decision approaches, volatility is expected to surge. Investors know that Powell's words often act as a trigger for sharp moves, whether up or down. And with such high anticipation of a rate cut, the stakes could not be higher. According to the latest data, the probability of a rate cut is nearly 100%. The debate is no longer whether the Fed will cut, but by how much. A 25 basis point cut is fully priced in by markets. But whispers of a 50 basis point cut are gaining traction, with even White House advisors suggesting that deeper cuts may be necessary to fight slowing growth and address inflationary concerns. If Powell delivers a 50-point cut today, it could trigger a surge in risk assets, pushing cryptocurrencies like XRP into a new rally phase. JP Morgan analysts have reminded markets of an important historical pattern. When the Fed cuts rates with the S&P 500 trading just below record highs, the following 12 months historically bring average gains of more than 15%. However, the first month after the cut often brings turbulence, with markets finishing lower about half the time. In other words, short-term volatility is likely, but long-term prospects remain bullish. For crypto investors, this is a signal of buying opportunities during short-term dips. This cautious optimism is visible across the crypto space. Bitcoin is holding near $116,000, Ethereum around $4,475, and XRP around $3.02. The calm could easily give way to dramatic moves depending on Powell's tone later today. Interestingly, reports suggest BlackRock and Fidelity have been shifting allocations, selling portions of Ethereum while increasing Bitcoin exposure. These moves are seen by some as positioning strategies ahead of the Fed announcement, adding yet another layer of intrigue to the day's events. Meanwhile, the crypto market continues to generate headlines of its own. A dormant Bitcoin whale, inactive for 12 years, just moved 1,000 BTC valued at $116 million. These kinds of transfers often create waves of speculation, but they also serve as reminders of the power of long-term holding. Imagine what a similar 12-year holding strategy could mean for XRP, especially given its unique role in solving real-world financial problems. Bitcoin has been an incredible store of value, but XRP has the potential to revolutionize payment systems and liquidity flows worldwide. Back to today's focus, Jerome Powell. Investors will hang on every word he says. Will he acknowledge crypto and stablecoins as tools for addressing national debt, as was hinted at in recent discussions? Will he confirm deeper rate cuts, not only today, but also in October? The answers could reshape the macro narrative for months to come. A double cut, 50 basis points today and another 50 in October, would be an unprecedented signal of easing that could light a fire under risk assets. XRP, with its ongoing developments and growing institutional integration, could stand out as one of the main beneficiaries. It's worth remembering the last time the Fed cut rates, in September of 2024. Bitcoin and altcoins rallied significantly in the months that followed, proving the correlation between monetary policy and crypto growth. If history repeats itself, today could mark the start of another upward cycle, not only for Bitcoin, but also for altcoins like XRP. Adding to the day's importance, Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson has confirmed his participation in the Senate Banking Committee's upcoming roundtable on crypto legislation. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is also expected to attend, signaling that lawmakers are finally bringing industry leaders to the table. With multiple ISO 20022 compliant projects like XRP and Cardano represented, the regulatory dialogue is shifting toward real adoption and structural integration. All of this makes today one of the most important days for crypto in recent memory. A near-guaranteed Fed rate cut, potential for a larger-than-expected 50-point move, institutional maneuvers by firms like BlackRock and Fidelity, dormant whales awakening, and looming regulation discussions. It's a convergence of factors that could set the stage for massive shifts. For XRP holders, the message is clear. Watch closely, because what happens today could define the path forward. Whether the market dips briefly or surges immediately, the long-term trajectory continues to strengthen. With ETF approvals on the horizon, institutional demand growing, and supply shocks already visible on major exchanges, XRP is positioned to be one of the biggest winners of this macro shift. So here we are, hours away from Powell's remarks. Volatility will come, but opportunities will come with it. For those holding XRP, patience and perspective may prove as valuable as the token itself.